Well, this is it. Draft day, bitches.
Steeler Nation. Let's ride.
Today is the day the Steelers welcome home a new player to the family in the form of a first-round pick, and then proceed to feed them Permanente sandwiches. But before we get into my final predictions, I think I'm just going to do the first two rounds. What we do in the first round at pick 32 and then at pick 49. Let me go over my mock draft I did over at Bleacher Report a couple days ago and get your guys' opinion on it. I showed you guys my first one, so why not show you the second one real quick? In the first round at pick 17, I went with Paris Johnson Jr. He was available, so I had to go with him. I mean, I view him and Peter Skoronski as potential franchise left tackles, and the rumors and speculation are if we wanted Johnson, we'd have to trade up into the top 10, but there he was at 17. The other guys that were available, it was like Joey Porter Jr., Deonte Banks, also Brian Branch, but I sided with the franchise left tackle, and as you can see, PFF liked me doing that, gave me an A+ for the pick. At 32, wasn't expecting this guy to be available either, and I just said, fuck it. We're taking him. We went with Jordan Addison. You also had like Drew Sanders there. The tier 1 corners, from my standpoint, the top 4 were all gone. So I was hoping maybe in round 2, Drew Sanders would be there. But then when you fast forward, he was not. And I didn't want to make the mistake of not addressing cornerback in the first 2 rounds. I feel like Steelers like Kelee Ringo's upside that he could learn under Patrick Peterson. Both of them had the same archetype in college, so I went with him. And then in the third round, we do get our athletic linebacker, DeMarvion Overshown. And then in the fourth round, as you can see here, we actually don't take anyone in round 4. We trade back a couple times and collect some picks in round 5 and round 6, but are still able to get our third edge rusher in Viliami Fehoko. We also get Rajon's Wright in round 5, Brandon Hill, round 6, safety out of Pitt. We got our backup center here in Brett Nealon. And then with our last pick, we go with more D-line depth with Haba Baldonado, also out of Pitt. And PFF gives me an A-. But you guys let me know what grade you would give that draft. How would you feel if the Steelers were able to pull that off? I would be ecstatic. I think that was, again, a really good draft. The one critique would be, all right, we didn't need Jordan Addison at 32, but I think we still addressed every other need that we needed. We got our left tackle, franchise left tackle. We got an athletic linebacker. We got a third edge rusher. And we also got a cornerback in the first 2 rounds. So you only get one chance to pair up the college quarterback and receiver duo. So like I said, fuck it. Why not? He's there at 32. Wasn't expecting Addison to be there. And we made the selection. But again, let me know what your guys' grade is for that. Now to my predictions for tonight's first round for the Steelers, and also we'll give our predictions for the second round as well. Let's just say this is what I think the Steelers are gonna do, not necessarily what I think they should do, almost as if you're placing a bet and saying, this is who I think the Steelers are picking at 17. This is who I think the Steelers are gonna be picking at 32. Okay, 17, we know what it is. If he's there, the Steelers are taking him, and I'm talking about Joey Porter Jr. If we don't trade up, do any movement, I think we get JPJ. I think that's the safest bet. And there's nothing wrong with it at all. I'd be actually pretty excited. We get our CB1, our future CB1 at least. I think he could play immediately as well. Another stone to Tomlin's family infinity gauntlet. Can't go wrong with that. And then at 32, I'm thinking they go O-line, offensive tackle, Darnell Wright out of Tennessee. Now, there is some buzz that the Steelers could take him at 17, but if he falls to 32, I feel like this is the Steelers' pick. Now, he did play predominantly right tackle at Tennessee. That's where he had his best games at, but he did play left tackle early on, so I could see the Steelers saying, hey, we'll bump you back over to left tackle. You're still young. You could develop. You could compete with Dan Moore early on. If we don't start you year 1, that's fine. That means Dan Moore won the competition, and we're comfortable with that going forward. So, yeah, I'm thinking Darnell Wright at pick 32. And then our second pick in the second round, and I'm just going to go this far in terms of my predictions. I think we go with Trenton Simpson, inside linebacker out of Clemson here. A lot of the mocks have him available, so I think we get that athletic inside linebacker I've been talking about. Drew Sanders will probably be gone by then. I don't know if Jack Campbell's going to be there. Could the pick be Day and Henley? I think we address that position with that pick, whoever it is. And Trenton Simpson, it seems like we're interested. We went to Clemson's Pro Day with Mike Tomlin and Omar Khan. Also visited with him at the Combine. So I think this makes sense. And for the hell of it, I think I'm just going to give my third-round draft prediction as well. You know, why we're here. Why not? So with us drafting JPJ in the first round, based off my predictions, and based off my calculations, that would give Mike Tomlin 5 family Infinity Stones. Let's do the count. JPJ, we know his connection with his father, Joey Porter. You got the Haywards. You got Pat P, Brian McFadden, cousins. We're also counting the Fahoko Kimoyatu Stone because they are cousins. But one of you guys, I forget who it was on Twitter or someone in the chat, the comments, reminded me that we have an additional stone that we forgot about. And that is the Willie Parker, Jalen Warren Stone, because they are cousins as well. Based off that math, Tomlin would have 5 family Infinity Stones. So why the fuck not? Wouldn't he just complete the gauntlet this weekend? In the third round, I say the Steelers draft Nick Herbig, edge rusher out of Wisconsin. He is brothers with Nate Herbig. That gives Tomlin 6 family Infinity Stones. And with a snap of a finger, the Steelers win the Super Bowl. Here we fucking go. That's it for this edition of Big Deke News on a Thursday, draft day. Stay chillin' and peace.